Good evening.
Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, good evening.
Good to see that you are so regular and on time.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, in this third unit, that is teacher education at higher level, we are studying. So far we have covered three sub units. So, just at last, we'll revise SCERT. So, yesterday we could not complete SCERT. So, let's quickly move on with the SCERT. SCERT stand for State Council of Educational Research and Training. So, it came into existence in the year 1986 as per 90, the National Policy on Education recommended to establish a CRT in each state. So let's have a look at its functions. State Council of Educational Research and Training. So is an autonomous body of the government uh, under how like we have a NCRT at the national level. Similarly, we have a SCRT in state level. So it is a nodal agency recognized by the National Council of Teacher Education for admission, curriculum, and construction, examination and certification of pre-service training programs in the areas of pre-primary teacher education and elementary education. The SCRT also oversees and provides necessary guidelines towards effective functioning of diets, which, among other activities, also conducts 2-year pre-service diploma course in elementary teacher education. So, during more than 2 decades, the SCRT has made significant contribution in the areas of school education in general and teacher education in particular. As of June 2011, SCRT is working with the 9 district institute of education and training, that is DIET. In the year 1986, the National Policy on Education in NPE recommended the creation of State Council of Educational Research and Training in each state as a measure of decentralization of functions of quality education, research, and training. SCRT was that is at Delhi was set up as an autonomous body under the Societies Recognition Act in May 1988. So it major functions include pre-service training programs. So SCRT currently affiliated to two pre-service teacher education programs for undergraduate students. SCRT is responsible for preparing the curriculum, prescribing syllabi, course of study, academic calendar for these courses. So 2-year full-time diploma in early childhood care and education district institution of teacher and education and training, that is DIETS. Similarly, diet is functioning in all the states, 28 states and 8 union territories. So, initiatives taken by the SCERT are uh, publication of various materials, support materials for teachers, then Universal Elementary Education Mission. So that is SCRT. Diet is also resource support organization for Universal Elementary Education Mission, under which Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and primary education enhancement programs are undertaken. Entrepreneurship mindset curriculum. In 2019, SCRT started the entrepreneurship mindset curriculum in order to promote entrepreneurship in government school students in New Delhi. The program invited a number of entrepreneurs to schools and have a conversation with the students about their journey. And following COVID-19 pandemic and the lockdown in India, SCRT decided to run these events online on YouTube. As I told you yesterday, there are a number of programs conducted by NCRT as well as SCRT available in YouTube for all the people, concerned people to access. Under the entrepreneurship mindset curriculum, students across the government schools got an opportunity to know what the path of entrepreneurship entails, and the curriculum was rolled out on the 2019, and it managed to reach more than 1 lakh students in 588 government schools. So the major functions and role of SCRT. So as you can see, the developing the curriculum and instructional materials, undertaken the preparation, evaluation, and revision and production of teacher learning materials to improve the quality of education, assist and advise mass media for the program propagation of education, select and suggest techniques for distance education, and develop the state or union territories and district level resource centers. And following, there are some more functions. So design the curriculum and learning materials for teacher education and work out the process for enhancing the potentialities of the teachers, then providing extension services to teacher training institution at all levels, coordinating the work of extension centers of teachers training institutions in the state, organizing correspondence come contact courses for overall professional development of teacher educators, supervisory and inspecting officers, coordinating the program of different subject teachers associations in the state. So this is all about all the agencies. There are 6 agencies we came across in the national level, and the next sub-content is structure of teacher education. So let's have a look at the structure of teacher education. So these are the questions asked in the previous year based on this alone subtopic. Explain the structure of postgraduate teacher education for 7 marks in the year 2017. And there was a short note on the structure of teacher education in 2018, and describe the structure of teacher education in 2020. So that was for 8 marks. So can you put for your inputs on what is the structure of education in our country? Not just teacher education, I'm asking about school education also, it can include. What do you feel is the structure of school education in our country?
Ma'am, are you asking about the structure in the sense at
Education
what
system in
age,
India. Yes,
what
what
level
is what
of
we have.
education,
Yes, exactly, exactly.
what
You're talking.
level? Okay. So, ma'am, is that as per the new education policy you are asking? Or
Yes, both. Also, you can tell better as per new education policy or existing. What is existing at present?
ma'am, is it 5, 3, 3, 4, 5 years
Okay, what do
of
we call it? What do we?
the
Yes, yes, yes. What do we call it?
Foundation stage, preparatory stage, middle stage, and senior secondary stage.
Okay. So this is these are the standards we have, and call with the different names. Okay, from right from grade 1 to grade 17 is given. So let's have a look at what they are, and age criteria is also given over here. Pre-primary we have below age group of 6. Then we have a elementary education, which divides the primary school and upper primary school. So you know that it is free and compulsory education as per the
Right
Sarva
to
Shiksha
education. Yeah.
Abhiyan.
Yes.
Yes, so till the age of 14, from a grade, 6 year to 14 years. Then we have secondary education in that senior secondary and senior secondary till 12th standard. And above that, we have a higher education that undergraduation and graduation, PhD, all they come under. And considering this as a education system in our country, each level required a number of trained teacher, so that different trainings are required, like pre-primary or nursery, what we call, is required different qualities and qualification to be a that level teacher. Each level has its own standard of training. So what do you feel, what is the structure of teacher education to teach in these each level of? Other day someone was telling me that yeah, this is what required for each level. Just say we have a B.Ed, M.Ed. For
Yes, ma'am. For elementary level, we require DLED, Diploma in Elementary Education.
yes,
And I don't know, ma'am, if I'm right with this. And then coming to the, this is for the lower primary, if I'm right. And
okay,
for
yes,
the primary also, I think, ma'am, DLED is required. And after that, we required graduation with B.Ed, then post graduation with B.Ed, something like that. It goes
yes,
on like that.
yeah, almost you are closer to all. Have you heard about
And
NTT?
yes, ma'am, NTT, Nursery Teachers Training.
Yes, nursery training teachers. That is for the lowest grade.
That's for the nursery
Yes,
schools.
correct, correct.
Yeah.
The Montessori is also there, no? Montessori.
Yeah, Montessori also it is training is provided. So yes, correct. It is of that level. So let's have a look at the structural organization of agencies related to teacher education. Before we go for the structure of teacher education, what are the agencies involved in training of each level of teacher education? So we have your four levels: international level, national level, state level, and local level. So international level, what do you feel who is responsible for training the teachers in international level? Yes, any idea?
And
Ma'am,
before
can
you
you
said
please
no,
repeat?
yesterday UNESCO has some responsibility.
Yes. Oh, thank you for that, sir. Yes, referred it yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it is UNESCO has that responsibility of training the teachers at international level. Apart from that, there are various private organizations.
Yes, ma'am.
So IB, hope you have heard about IB course.
Yes, ma'am. IB course. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
they are all international level.
And
Okay.
Cambridge also they is
Yes,
providing them
Cambridge
international.
also is there. So yes, you were right. So, considering our national level and state level and local level, so here we have the details: NCT, UGC, NAAC, and SCRT and NUPA, and they are responsible for conducting at national level. And coming to state level, SIE or SCRT, SBTE, UDE, and local level, DIET, that is BRC and CRC. And to tell you the details of these, so national level council NCTE stand for National Council of Teacher Education. NCRT stand for National Council of Teacher Educational Research and Training, and UGC stand for University Grants Commission. And there is, along with this, NUPA is there, University of Educational Planning and Administration. NAAC stand for National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Then we have state level SCRT, that is State Council of Educational Research and Training. Then SBTE, State Board of Teacher Education. SIE, State Institute of Education. University Department of Education. So coming to the local level, so we do have the Institute of Education and Training. BRC stand for Block Resource Center, and CRC stand for Cluster Resource Center. So which provides in-service teacher training and academic support to teachers and schools within their respective areas, typically operating under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan program. So these are the levels of teacher train organization involved in teacher training programs. So coming to the programs related to teacher education. So here are the programs related to teacher education. So we categorize them into two. If it is pre-service, what would be the next one? Categorize entire teacher training. So it is pre-service and in service. So pre-service trainings um, before entering into the teaching job of any level. So we have DLED, Bachelor of Education, and Bachelor of Elementary Education. So B.Ed and BLED and M.Ed and DP.Ed. That is related to physical education. So we'll go through each one of the in detail. So pre-service teacher education. Pre-service teacher education is the program of preparing teachers to teach pre-primary to higher education level before entering in the teaching service. Pre-service teacher education is the first phase of teacher education. It is imparted in both mode, formal as well as non-formal mode. There are two types of pre-service teacher education programs. One is called general teacher education and another one is called physical teacher education. So I hope you are listening. So I'll test your listening ability a little later. So there are five types of teacher education programs on the basis of level: pre-primary teacher education, elementary teacher education, secondary teacher education, higher education programs, and vocational teacher training. So they all come under pre-service teacher education. So last year about B.Ed, they asked a question detail about B.Ed. So let me brief you about B.Ed. As I told anyone in this time, it may come about integrated program. So let's have a look at it. So B.Ed, that is Bachelor of Education. This is the secondary and senior secondary level teacher education program. So it aims to prepare teachers for upper primary or middle level, that is grade 6 to 8, and secondary level, that is grade 9 to 10, and senior secondary level, that is grade 11 and 12. Duration is of 2 academic year. So qualification: 50% marks in graduation in any discipline or in equivalent examination. If anything or such as asked, you have to mention all this. And reservation and relaxation is there for SC, ST, OBC, and PWD according to norms of state, central government. And admission process, so marks based on qualifying examination and entrance test. There will be a counseling, and after that you will be allowed to choose your interested college based on availability of college at the time of your ranking. And you have to go and report yourselves, and admission will be done. After the admission, your course and duration. So this is what about the B.Ed course. And what about M.Ed, that is Master of Education. It is a higher level teacher education program. It aims to prepare teacher educators and other educational professionals, including curriculum developer, educational policy analyst, and planner, administrators, supervisors, school principals, and researchers. It has a specialization either in elementary education or in secondary education. You will get this option once you enter a third semester. You will be given a two option: elementary education or in secondary education. So whichever you were relevant or whichever field you feel is going to help you in further, so you can choose either elementary education or secondary. When then duration, 2 academic year. So working days, 200 days excluding admission and examination. And institution should work minimum 36 hours per week for 5 to 6 days. And qualification: 50% marks in B.Ed or in equivalent examination. And reservation and relaxation to SC, ST, OBC, and PWD according to norms of state and central government. Then you all know that there is also a entrance exam for M.Ed, and based on your ranking, again there will be a choice of college. And some of us are management quota here. I hope you know that. And admission process: marks based on qualifying examination and entrance test. Then coming to integrated teacher education programs, that is BA or BSc with B.Ed. So it aims to prepare teachers for upper primary and secondary stage of education. It aims at integrating general studies comprising science, that is BSc plus B.Ed, and social sciences or humanities, that is BA plus B.Ed, and professional studies comprising of foundation of education, pedagogy of school subjects, practicum related to task of functions of a school of a teacher. Then duration is of 4 academic years. Then qualification 50% marks in intermediate or in equivalent examination, and reservation and relaxation to SC, ST, OBC, and PWD according to norms of state and central government. Then admission process, marks based on qualifying examination and entrance test. Then coming to Masters in Education, MA in Education. It is a higher level teacher education program. It aims to prepare teacher education and other educational professionals, including curriculum developer, educational policy analyst, planner, administrators, supervisors, school principals, and researchers. It is a specialization either in elementary education or in secondary education, and it is 2 academic year course. Then working days, 200 days including admission and examination. An institution should work minimum 36 hours per week for 5 to 6 days. And qualification 50% marks in graduation, B.Ed, or in equivalent examination. And research and relaxation to SC, ST, OBC, PWD according to norms of state and center. Admission process, marks based on qualifying examination and entrance test. So coming to in service teacher education structure, so we have in service teacher education training programs, online and distance education, workshops, induction programs, seminars, and conferences. Some of these details you will be studying in Unit 4. So, coming to the programs related to teacher education. So, these are the what just a recap what we have studied. So, we needed teachers at different levels, that's pre primary, elementary, secondary, and senior secondary, advanced courses, special programs, and occasional courses. So all these what qualification is required, I just put it in the table form. Whatever I have read now, it is in the form of table. That is primary NTT, we have KTT, that kindergarten, some of your friend has referred about it. Yeah, it is true. 10 plus 2 qualification eligibility. Then elementary, so we have a basic training certificate. Then we have diploma in elementary education, bachelor in elementary education, primary teacher education, teacher training education. So it is graduation is eligibility to enter into these. Then secondary and senior secondary, we have B.Ed, bachelor of education, so graduation is required to enter into B.Ed. Then advanced course, so M.Ed, Masters of Education, MA in Education. Then PhD, so graduation, B.Ed is required. Then PG in any discipline to do PhD. Then special programs, that is B.Ed special. Hope you know what is special programs stand for. Any idea what special programs stand for?
It's
Special
exclusively
children,
for increased education.
special children.
Yes, exactly. So similarly,
Especially disabled, differentially disabled children.
yes, yes, correct, correct. So they do have to do the special in that particular subject itself. So B.Ed and M.Ed both are available. Then occasional courses, we have diploma and certification courses offered by uh, government of central as well as state and various agencies as we came across earlier. Even there are a lot more private institutions also which provide diploma and certificate courses. So whichever course you are doing, the eligibility depends on that course. So this is simplified or note. So let me know that what are the merits of structure of teacher education. Merits and demerits we are going to list out. So what do you feel are the merits of structure of teacher education? What are the advantages of structure of teacher education? Why do we need a structure? That means why do we need that particular level different training? In primary, what do we, why in nursery, why do we call it a NTT itself? In secondary or senior secondary, why do we call it M.Ed or B.Ed or M.Ed? So why do we need such kind of training? What is the advantage of doing so?
Ma'am, we need age appropriate training for the teachers. Age appropriate training, like for a pre primary student considering their age, the skill of the teacher should be different compared to a teacher teaching in class 12. So for age appropriate training, you need that structural guidance for anybody becoming a teacher.
Yes, that is true. Because see, we are not going to connect with the nursery kids. That is a different skill, and the way of approach required over there is different. So let's have a look at what are the merits of structure of teacher education. Structure of teacher education prevailing in India is flexible, a variety of teacher education programs according to a level and needs. It helps in imparting an adequate knowledge of the subject matter, it equipping the respective teachers with the necessary pedagogical skills, and it provide a platform to teacher education to develop a skill. It enables the teacher to acquire understanding of child psychology, developing proper attitudes towards teaching. It develops some special ability in teacher in terms of adjustment with the physical conditions, a healthy adjustment with the social environment, adjustment with the himself to drive emotional satisfaction with his life, enabling teachers to make proper use of instructional facilities. It makes teachers to better understand the significance of individual differences of child and to take appropriate steps to their optimum development. So these are the merits of structure of teacher education. I hope they are very simple to understand and remember. Now, limitations of structure of teacher education. So here are the list of limitations. Lack of uniformity in teacher education program. So lack of uniformity in the curriculum of teacher education program at same level, and lack of facilities or for professional development, lack of regulations in demand and supply, lack of proper facilities, a poor academic background of student teacher, lack of subject knowledge, faulty methods of teaching, then insufficient financial grants, problem of supervision of teaching, and inadequate empirical research. I hope you all agree with these all points, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So we are done with the structure of teacher education. So now moving on to one more, last two more topics are there, very simple and easy. Postgraduate and integrated courses. I think we have covered in the previous slide. So I have told
Ma'am, I
about
have one doubt, ma'am.
yes,
Ma'am, what is the major difference between M.Ed and M.A. education, ma'am? Master of Education and
yeah.
Master of
I thought of asking
Administration.
this. Yes, exactly. I thought of asking is this one. Is there anybody can answer this question? What is the difference between MA in education and M.Ed? Is there anybody who
Ma'am,
can
I
give?
do not have a right, but I'll make a try on this. Ma'am,
Yeah,
MA
please.
is basically for like it is a postgraduate course for people who are into teaching, like whoever wants to study. I mean, whoever wants to teach in school. I mean, it's basically for teaching the subjects with a pedagogical and content knowledge, and MA is mainly for the administrative purposes, where you will be mostly dealing with art subjects. Like if you want to be the without teaching, if you want to be the principal of a school and all, I don't know if M.Ed is preferred or MA, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, MA is more for an administrative post. Like if you want to chair any position in any university or any institution like UGC and all, I think they go for MA in education rather than M.Ed. But if you prefer to sit as a principal of a school, or if you continue, if you wish to proceed teaching, and where you will have those content knowledge, where you will be dealing with the subjects, there you will have to go for M.Ed. If you want to deal with the students in the school and all, you will have to go for M.Ed. But if
Yes.
you want to chair a position in any institution, they rather go for MA education
Yes,
rather
yes,
than
yes,
M.Ed.
correct,
I don't
correct.
know if I'm right, ma'am. This
No, no,
is as
exactly.
per
This is what is correct. I hope, sir, you could get.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. So moving on with post graduation, that we have almost covered this Masters of Education, M.Ed, and post graduation diploma in education, and then BA or BSc integrated course along with the B.Ed of 4 years. Then integrated teacher education program, that is ITEP. So this is quite new. We could not come across in earlier. So a 4-year program aimed at creating well-trained teachers capable of designing and implementing effective learning experiences for students at the different stages of school education. Then coming to integrated teacher education program, I think it is repeated. So we are done with that. Integrated BA B.Ed program, this we have covered in our earlier slide. So coming to the last topic, that is future dimension of teacher education. So related to previous last fifth subunit. So about the B.Ed program, they asked in detail in last year's question paper. This year, most probably, they may ask you about integrated course. So just to be prepared. May most probably for short note, they may ask you. So, coming to the future dimension, what do you feel? What is the future of teacher education? Is there future or no future? Is there a future, or is it going to boom or decline?
It is school is
Frankly
going
speaking,
up,
nowadays there
right?
is no use of teacher in the classroom. Why? Because everything is available in the YouTube.
Okay, exactly.
But now the most important role of the teacher is become a facilitate for the children and to
Yeah,
guide them.
true, true. Children have this attitudes. They see whatever you teach here is available in
Yeah,
the
yeah, they
YouTube.
will not listen to them actually. Half
That
of
is
them.
why
And
attention
actually,
of,
not only children, I think these days teachers do have this attitude. Everybody is getting everything in the internet. You can go and check the internet. That is where the value of the teacher is declining these days in the
declining.
schools. Because
Do
I
you?
myself teach in class 8th, ninth, and 10th.
Yeah,
So I never feel the role of teacher will, or the importance of teacher will diminish if that teacher is very well at taking care of her roles.
correct.
That the importance of teacher will not diminish unless and otherwise you yourself think nowadays children they don't require teachers, but ma'am, it is really that is
Required.
not the case what I feel.
Yeah. Technology won't replace the teacher, isn't it? It can
True.
give you a knowledge, but it doesn't give you what is required for your entire holistic development. Cannot happen with that technology. Holistic
Yes.
development can only happen with physical availability of a person, that is a teacher. So, based on this topic, there was one question in the year 2022, discuss the future dimension of teacher education for 7 marks. So, let's have a look at this. So, the future of teacher education in India is likely to be heavily focused on technology integration, personalized learning, inclusive practices, or strong emphasis on critical thinking and problem solving skills, continuous professional development, and a deep understanding of emerging trends like artificial intelligence, all aimed at creating adaptable and future ready educators capable of meeting the diverse need of 21st century learners. So you might be knowing lot more emphasis is given for critical thinking and competency based learning nowadays. So, collaborative coordination, critical thinking. So, all this is and technology integrated is very important. Technology integrated pedagogy is given more importance to. So, extensive use of digital tools, online platforms, augmented reality, AR, hope you all heard about, and VR, that is virtual reality, to enhance learning experiences and cater to diverse learning styles. Then the personalized learning, that is tailoring instruction based on individual student needs and abilities through adaptive learning technologies and differentiated teaching strategies. Then data informed decision making, that is utilizing data analytics to monitor student progress, identify areas for improvement, and inform teaching practices. Then holistic development, focusing on not just academic skills, but also social, emotional learning and critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration skills are very much in need of now. Then inclusive education practices, that is addressing the need of students with the diverse abilities and backgrounds through inclusive curriculum design and differentiated instructions. So you this reminds us about the child-centric uh, curriculum and pedagogy development. Then lifelong learning and professional development. You know that being a teacher is not so easy job. We have to keep updated ourselves and we have to keep learning. We should be the learners first. Then continuous training and upskilling opportunities for teachers to stay updated with the emerging trends and pedagogical advancements. Then ethical considerations, that is integrating discussions on ethical use of technology, responsible citizenship, and addressing bias in the classroom. Then focus on sustainability and environmental awareness, very important, and incorporating sustainable development goals into curriculum and teaching practices. Impact of the National Education Policy 2020. How many sustainable developmental goals are there? Any idea?
No idea, ma'am.
17 sustainable developmental goals are there. Okay, you can access to them later. Then the NEP 2020 has significantly influenced the future of teacher education in India by emphasizing a need for transformative teaching practices, innovative pedagogy, and a focus on developing holistic competencies in teachers. And uh, anybody have gone through NEP 2020 or NCRF?
I went through maths education, ma'am, as I am a maths teacher. And CRF, secondary level maths education I went.
Okay, good one, sir. Like, there are a lot more inputs have been given
Yes,
for teachers. So we have to go through in each and everything is so
yes.
important for a teacher. Then, so we have a challenges to overcome. That is, infrastructure gaps are there. So ensuring access to adequate technology and digital infrastructure in all educational institutions. So teacher training quality. So improving the quality and relevance, as you all spoke. So we all know very well what is the quality of a teacher, and qualified teacher where they are, they won't get paid as per their qualification. Then the policy implementation is a challenging in our country. We have a diverse regional diversity as well as economic diversity, so which is very challenging for all the institutions to implement the policies. Then overall, the future of teacher education in India is poised to be dynamic, technology driven, and focused on preparing educators to effectively guide students in a rapidly evolving world. So, technology is going to play a very important role in coming, or already it is into process. Then, coming to the end part of it, to conclude the entire third unit, that is teacher education at higher level. The progress of a country depends upon the quality of its teachers, and for this reason, teaching is the noblest among all professions. India has made considerable progress in education since independence, with reference to overall literacy infrastructure and universal access and enrollment in schools. The teacher must now be equipped not only to teach but also to understand the student and the community of parents so that children are regular in schools and learn. The country has to address the need of supplying well qualified and professionally trained teachers in larger numbers in the coming years. So there is a great need of qualitative teachers education to fulfill the dream of nation. The future of teacher education is geared towards creating adaptable, skilled, and globally connected educators. So, this is all about the entire Unit 3. So, I could reach to you a bit. So at the end here, I have mentioned year-wise questions from all the this entire third unit alone. So if possible, I'll be sharing with you the question paper. Hope you might have got from college question papers.
Yes, ma'am. We got.
Okay. Well, sir, if you got, please share with others. Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
there? Okay, please do share with, let them have access to. Thank you. Wishing you all the best.